Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. It is April 22nd when I'm recording this, but I don't know, maybe this is your reading for May or the first week of May. So let's see what's going on for you this week and going into next week. Scorpios, Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender. Transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through for my Scorpio collective. And Mother Mary, please bless this reading with compassion and forgiveness. I'm going to call on La Santa Muerte to also offer the correct messages for the ones that are meant to come through in this deck for you. La Santa Muerte is the saint of disenfranchised, borderless, boundaryless people and women. Interesting. The Empress and the Eight of Swords coming out in your energy right off the bat. So that's confirmation. Women. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm also being drawn to burn some of this Palo Santo. I did a ritual today and I posted it on YouTube. It has a pretty long intro. But it is what it is. I try to post the rituals like just organically as they are. So I'm hearing that Nirvana song. As you are, as you were, as I want you to be. What's it called? In Bloom? Is that the name of that song? Alright, Scorpio. So we have the Eight of Swords and the Empress. This is the bound woman. Wow. In the heart of your energy. Here's the Empress from the La Santa Muerte Tarot. With all these blue butterflies everywhere on there. I'm thinking it's like about the transformation of your throat chakra, being able to speak up, say what needs to be said, or even sending messengers to say what needs to be said. The Empress here also has the staff with the world on it here, and the cross. In your past, you have the Hermit, maybe a Virgo. In the future, you have the Six of Wands. Sorry, is this? No, this is the Nine of Wands. In the Nine of Wands, she's using this scythe, it's a little scythe, to cut the invasive plant away from this tree to allow it to grow and allow it to proliferate. So there's something that you're cutting out of your life that was like smothering you or choking you, especially in your root chakra. This star, maybe an Aquarius. This came out across the Hermit, and I'm gonna just leave it there. With the swords here, the Eight of Swords, yeah, this might have been the person keeping you bound. Aquarius energy. Look at how cool this star card is. I really like it. There's this little fish down here. Fish bones. And then the Hermit is like in his coffin. He's going nowhere fast. So maybe that's who you were dealing with. Somebody who was just going nowhere fast. Could also be a Virgo with the Empress and the Hermit. Ten of Swords and betrayal. So what I'm seeing about this Six of Wands. No, it's the Nine of Wands. Sorry, I just can't tell because they're sideways on the card, so I feel like it could be either. But the 10 is okay. I figured it out. Nine of Wands. So what I feel about this Nine of Wands is that the energy that you're cutting out is the energy of this like resentment towards this betrayal that's happened for you. The Ten of Swords. You're cutting it out, and then you've got the Death Hawk Moth or I think that's what it's called. It's got this little skeleton on it. And it's not actually dangerous, this death's hawk's head moth. I can't remember how to say it. But it does indicate with the skulls here on either side and then the skull in the middle, like a lot of thinking going on, and the ending of like overthinking. The yellow on this card makes me think of like your third chakra or manipura, and like overcoming this desire to overthink the situation or betrayal, or to ruminate on something that really kept you stuck, kept you like smothered you even, kept you from growing, and instead transform this energy into what comes afterwards, which is the Page of Wands inspiration. The Lovers, that's lovely. Usually with the Ten of Swords and the Lovers here, I'd be like, that's really sad, but we were just talking about transformation, and I'm starting to get chills. Like, you might be transforming you might have like unlocked the key to your own heart. There's this key up here, and these two are joining forces. I'm seeing the blue, and I'm looking at the blue of butterflies on this Empress. It's like she was heard. He's like the person who stands up for her. It's like these two, they're just aspects of yourself. I'm thinking another reading of this is like, if somebody who you were in love with, or who loved you, like somebody you were in a connection with, said something to make you feel betrayed. It's like, yeah, hanging on to that stagnation is making you feel smothered, and you might both grow from this together. You might decide that this person is like someone you can grow with. Is this Five of Swords reversed? Like, you want to move on from drama. Six of Wands into victory. Here's that tree, and here's all of those like plants that are being thrown up around the tree or growing up around the tree, and then here's what they look like in the Nine of Wands. It's like this person, you might have had too much of a good time with them, and it sort of became saccharine, I think that's how you say that, like overly sweet, rotten. You didn't have anything to say to each other, like you needed to reinvigorate your connection. If you're not dealing with anybody, Five of Cups, yeah, if you're not dealing with anybody, your overindulgence has been like the connections to the past, your connections to the muck, the murk, the water, where the lily pad comes from, where the lotus comes from. And look at this guy's head, is a total freaking maze. It's like one of those mazes that you put the little silver ball in, and you gotta turn it around and around and around and around and around, and just hope it goes into the right like area. There's something about gravity here, or like flow, that you can't control. Like when you turn the maze over, the ball falls, but you can't tell exactly where it's going to fall or how it's going to fall. It's like you set up all the pieces, but things didn't fall the way that you hoped they would. Queen of Swords reversed. Four of Swords. Seven of Swords. Lots of swords. Yeah, it definitely could be an air sign you're dealing with. And then the Five of Wands and lots of fives. 555, you might be seeing big changes, injustice, justice reversed, and then La Santa Muerte showing up, death herself, with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is that person who stole from you, and I'm so freaking tired of them. Because they come up in your reading like all the time, and they have been for a long time. They went away for a while and they came back. And the last reading I did for you said the same thing. So okay, what I want to know is how we get this person out of your energy, or like, why are they back? What are they doing here? What I think is that you've been ruminating over this a lot, and I am being called to tell you about something I've seen on YouTube over and over called "There Are No Justified Resentments." It's a lecture by Wayne Dyer that's animated by the After School with a K, and I really like their readings and their animations. There's people on racing bikes out on my road right now, and it's so loud, and I don't even like live in a place where racing bikes are heard very often, because it's like kind of the middle of nowhere. Ace of Pentacles, there's this little green grasshopper that indicates the conscience, and somebody's conscience has been overcome by like greed. I wouldn't say that is normally the case for this card, but injustice came out. You may also be, though, like finding some kind of hidden treasure. It's like this person who's dead here, they're dead because of greed, but it's you come across it, this grasshopper, you come across it like, oh, and it's almost like you don't even have a use for what they took from you anymore. You've gone through the process of death and transformation with La Santa Muerte here. She protected you, especially if you were like unhomed or disenfranchised by this person. I'm being drawn to look at the, what is this, the hourglass here, and then her right belly with the sun behind it, and the empty crib. There's a time for everything, for all things. And La Santa Muerte, as the embodiment of death here, is also like the keeper of time, right? Because we could outlive all kinds of means of death, but none of us can live forever. Time is like the element of death and of life. It's what binds us here to our like mortal coils. So it's time for this injustice to be righted. I'm also seeing in the Five of Wands underneath here, this guy with the match just ready to light these powder kegs, like, ha 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 ha, like something's been brewing for a while. This is so cool. I just want to say, I really like this deck so much. I think that the artwork is really cool. This is Justice, and it came out reversed. So there's also the idea that like this is somebody or something that either you or they like in terms of your relationship won't let die, right? The Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords are really interesting to come up with this Queen of Swords reverse, because the Queen of Swords reverse is like, I'm cutting you off, I'm no bullshit, I'm done, I'm divorced, I'm like separated, I'm good on my own, I'm clear thinking, like I don't need at all. She's totally is an air element too, just very like she's able to say what needs to be said and not more and not less, but she's able to say it in a way that doesn't have to, it's not cut, it's not direct. It can be cutting, but it's not too direct, because too direct is too sharp, right? And it'll just straight up cut through a person. So reverse though, it's like, I think if you were in a connection with somebody, you wanted to be the Empress, like you wanted to be in your Empress energy, that or they did, right? I'm confused about this Queen of Swords reverse, because we have the Four of Swords nailing the coffin shut here, like resting, taking that final rest, letting the ego go, finding the identity in the new form, in the resurrection or the transmutation. And the Seven of Swords, this guy's getting up out of the coffin. You just went through that process of death and transformation, and this person is still thinking that you're like, I don't know, in the Five of Wands, wanting to set fire to the whole thing. You're not even there anymore. Yeah, this person's at the party still, thinking they're victorious, but you're over here like already seeing what's coming. Like, I'm cutting that down, I'm cutting that out, it's gonna smother me, it's smothering me. I'm also hearing that if you're like psychic or a medium or something, and you have visions that show you what's going to happen, you might be with the Five of Cups here, like wondering how to enjoy the present sometimes, because there's that idea that all things come to an end. And so when you're truly in the moment, you're also truly at the end of it. When you're building the party, you're also seeing the cleanup, so to speak. You're walking in both worlds all the time. I think it's interesting that you have the Five of Water and the Five of Fire. This air sign may also be a Gemini. There's just so much air here. No more being airheaded, I'm hearing. The Five of Swords reversed. It's interesting, there's a couple on this Five of Swords, and they're being attacked. You and this person may have been attacked or like cornered, or there was some sort of Ten of Swords betrayal. It could have been spiritual, like a spiritual interference to keep you apart if you were truly like, you know, meant for each other. But we have the Six of Swords reversed, like not being able to move on to calmer waters. So however this played out, it was like you two couldn't like stop overthinking. You couldn't stop like offering sharp communication, blunt communication. Like there was just maybe verbal abuse or back and forth. Like, what is I want to know though, how is this related to you being like psychic, or you like resting and going through this transmutation? What's the reason this is being shown to Scorpio? King of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, because this person took maybe more than you know. Especially materially, but not altogether materially. Like they could have taken your opportunities. They could have taken opportunities from you. Like they could have been hiding opportunities. This is weird. This is like if you were with somebody and you two like lived together, or even they were over and like saw your mail or something. This is so specific, I don't know. And they saw that you had been accepted into some sort of program, but it was across the country, and they thought that if you went to the program, like you wouldn't want to keep them, or they didn't want to do long distance, so they like threw away your, I don't know, your college acceptance letter or something, and you never knew you got in, and you're finding out. Why is the Lovers here? I feel like you're betrayed with Three of Swords. You're heartbroken, right? Like this person's literally stabbing this person in the back. And this person's almost willing to like fall on their own sword. What's with the lovers here? Wheel of Fortune? Is this air sign? Air sign Virgo person? Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles? So if this is someone you separated from, like you may have separated from somebody and then there was like a connection with someone else after this separation, and somehow they interfered with the messages between you and this person. And you thought you'd been like betrayed, and it kind of broke your heart. Like you and this person were talking, and then Seven of Pentacles, nothing came of it because they were blocked. They were blocked. And that was the betrayal. But you have the Wheel of Fortune with the lovers. There's that hourglass again. It's time. Everything in its own time. This was divine timing. You needed to like experience this heartbreak in order to like allow this manifestation through. A big theme right now. I don't know if this is the astrology or what. I don't know what happened in astrology. I know there was some sort of conjunction in like Jupiter and Uranus or something that only happens every 14 to 18 years. I'm not an astrologer, so I would recommend checking it out because I'm probably wrong. I am regularly about astrology, which is why I don't do that professionally. But last week there was a conjunction on Friday between I think Jupiter and Uranus, and there was this thing that occurred in my own life where I was like, whoa, that's not what I was expecting to happen. And it occurred like in as like a follow-up to something that had happened on the eclipse, and I was like, of course this is what's going on today. But it's about planting seeds. Ace of Pentacles, that conjunction's about planting seeds, and the seeds you're planting right now are for this injustice to be uncovered, for this resurrection to transpire, to walk in both worlds, and for fortune in love. No more waiting. No more connecting with the potential of somebody who isn't willing to connect with their own potential. Eight of Wands, moving forward super fast. You have the 6, 7, and 8 of Wands in this reading. This is really interesting artwork too, because here's the 6. These plants are growing. Here's the 8. The plants are growing through the skull. And here's the 9. It's like the skulls have become part of the tree. They've become living again. They've become absorbed into the living again. You're being like transmuted back into the life of the living. And it may make you realize like how like your heart chakra needs some clearing, or how you were betrayed. Again, this 5 of Swords reversed. You were betrayed because somebody interfered with this 5 of Swords connection, or this lover's connection that was like 5 of Swords reversed. Somebody wanted to win at all costs. What the heck? All right, Wheel of Fortune. What else? What else for Scorpio? The 7 of Cups. The 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. I think you have an option between an earth sign and a fire sign. The fire sign and the earth sign, there's something about that. Like the fire sign could have interfered with the messages from the earth sign, or vice versa. The earth sign interfered with messages from the fire sign. The earth sign wants to keep you for themselves. They're like It's probably somebody with earth and air in their chart, because there's that whole like trying to keep you stuck thing. And then you've got this Five of Wands down here under injustice. This person ready to light that fire underneath this injustice. They're the ones coming forth with the message. Eight of Wands, 6, 7, I don't know, 6, 8, and 9 of Wands. Sorry. And then the 10 of Wands. They're moving quite quickly with this message. There's something, it burdens them. They might have something going on with their hips, or you might hold emotional trauma in your hips from, or stress in your hips from this person. You may have also borne, no, you may have bore a child or could bear a child to the earth sign, or they could be like a baby daddy or baby mama. Yeah, this fire sign's coming through like, psh, not today. Done. Clearing that all out. And it's also adding some fire to this like watery element of you, your fixed watery element. What's this 10 of Wands? The Knight of Wands reversed. Oh, this is somebody who is clearing out sexual karma. They may have had some sexual karma. They may have had like an STD. They may have had like a fear of commitment. Something going on in their sacral. What's the interference? The Queen of Cups reversed. The Four of Wands. Sorry. What? Four of Cups reversed. And the Page of Cups reversed. The interference was a twin, a false flame, a marriage, a celebration of like cruelty. A celebration of failed enterprises, a cruel person celebrating failed enterprises and taking for granted the gifts offered to them by the universe. Look at the way this skeleton is picking up his heart off the floor in the Four of Cups. Or there's a heart, like his heart is right here on the floor, but it's next to this centipede, and he's just like, you know what? I don't even want that heart. I don't even want it. Why would I want to feel again? That's stupid. I'm just gonna go into the Five of Cups where I'm like in both worlds. So it might have been you. The interference could have been from you, from your unhealed heart. Like a interpretation of messages or the ability to receive messages was closed off until now. And again, there's divine timing. You've gone through this transmutation because we didn't have a bunch of water showing up except to delineate you. And this is telling me it's probably you. You needed to get to this point so you could celebrate. This could be union with your twin. It could be, I think it's interesting that she has this chest here. And then the King of Pentacles reversed has this chest up here. And it's like what he's stolen, basically. It could be that you've gotten this new, like, treasure. This treasure that's within your ability to, like, have a conscience. Woo! To see, like, the value and also, like, the value of this wealth, but also the fleeting nature of it. with La Santa Muerte here, like how it will perish, and it makes you like cherish it all the more. Anything else for Scorpios? Six of Pentacles, things are coming into balance. Sweet. That's great. Six of Cups. Maybe somebody from the past coming in. Here's that chest again. Yeah, that chest is something like that can't be taken from you, but you thought, or somebody else thought that it was, that they had taken it. Page of Wands, that inspiration. You take that wand cycle and turn it into this inspired messenger. This is also a messenger. You're inspired to receive this message. The World reversed. The Queen of Wands. The Devil. The High Priestess reversed. The Five of Pentacles reversed. King of Cups. So this fire sign person you might be dealing with, they could be a king or queen of wands. They look good. They're super hot. They are like inspired to come towards you because they suddenly are like, oh, I remember this time with Scorpio or whatever. And that's been activated by your healed energy, the fact that you've healed. So when they come in, there's this devil energy, and it's a reminder to you that the healing that you did was your healing. And this person may still yet have some healing to do, especially in terms of like following their intuition, especially in terms of their finances. They might just come towards you like with nothing except themselves, and you're the King of Cups. You're like, oh, I can have compassion, but also like there are steps that need to be taken here. He's enjoying this beverage like quite a lot. He's like, yes. And it's funny because he doesn't really need to, because he's a skeleton, right? Like skeletons don't need to drink. I'm almost seeing that he's drinking like the water of, I want to say the waters of life, but it's not like just water, right? It's like he's drinking of the waters of life in terms of this transmutation, time and death energy that we've been talking about. Like this person comes in with healing to do, and it's almost like you're able to understand and you feel like, okay, well, it's temporary, this too shall pass. At the same time though, we talked about you not offering your potential, or your like the not indulging the promise of potential for somebody not willing to meet it. Is this person willing to meet like their needs so that you can meet together? Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. They're willing to do the work, and they're willing to learn what it is they need to do the work. The message coming through might be that this person just didn't feel like they had enough or were enough for you with King of Pentacles reversed. And this, if you're not dealing with anybody, this reading has primarily been for people dealing with somebody, but it's very easy to interpret this reading. Just think of the other person as like the male or female, like internal version of yourself, like the divine masculine, the divine feminine. And you're coming to a point where like there were messages that weren't like crossing from one side of the brain to the other. Like you see how there's kind of a divide in the middle of this. That's like your right brain, left brain, your masculine, feminine. And your feminine is needing to receive Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. She's needing to receive like her divine femininity, like looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Like you need to like take care of your avatar, and you become inspired to do this because of some sort of memory. Maybe this is like a memory that is unlocked by something with the Six of Pentacles here. by something where you feel like balanced or even, and it brings you into your King of Cups energy. Yeah, 4 of Wands. You might, again, you might meet your twin flame, or you might be activating like a reunion with your twin flame. And this might make you have some memories come up, or even like jump onto, you know, your highest timeline, assuming that's where you are or where they are. Union between twin flames, I believe, is like a higher timeline. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the highest. I mean, there's, you know, you could be an ascended master or something. Okay, Scorpios. I think this is it for your reading tonight. 3 of Wands reverse. Stop waiting. The time is now. 9 of Wands reverse. Give up your flighty distractions. Plant your seeds. Yeah, that's what we talked about that with the Uranus card. The Sun reversed. The Sun reversed talks about happiness for all involved, for the greatest good of all. And it might not be like the happiness you want, but it is, the sun is like the vital energy necessary to like grow your seeds. And we did talk about these skulls becoming new life, right? What's dead becomes new life. Judgment reversed, resurrection. What's dead becomes new life. It's never gone. All right, Scorpio. If you like this reading, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Bye.